Today we're in Leicester at the City Rooms and we're here for the First World War Discovery Day, the East Midlands leg of a nationwide tour. We've drawn people in from across the East Midlands to come in and have conversations, present their work, learn a little bit about what everybody else is doing and increase their skills in a kind of relaxed, informal and hopefully engaging atmosphere. We've had practical advice sessions from organisations such as the Heritage Lottery Fund, who've been offering our delegates advice on how to seek and secure funding for their First World War projects.
We initially started with 20 people, produced a book of stories, then applied for some Heritage Lottery grants, produced this resource that goes out to schools. Children really like some of the smells we've got in there. We've got some little smell boxes so they can smell that. That stimulates quite a bit of interest.
We've also had a talk from my colleagues at the centre talking about how the First World War engagement centres can help provide advice and guidance to projects.
And with help from people here, we're now going to be helping Hidden Histories with a project looking at the Spanish flu and how that affected the people in Nottingham. That's the key, to keep people's lifetime stories going.
The project is all about Indian soldiers who were awarded the Victoria Cross in World War I, and what we've done is we've set up workshops. We go out into local communities and schools, and we also have an exhibition that was in a museum but is now touring up and down the country. I wasn't from this industry, I didn't know anything about history, but coming here I've learned how to do research correctly, who I need to be speaking to. And this is an opportunity people don't get, and it's free.
The Centre for Hidden Histories has been in operation since 2014 and we've tracked along the centenary. And over that time we have provided direct funding to over 20 individual projects which have been done as what we call co-production, which means a member of a community group has been working in direct partnership with an academic, and sometimes academics plural, to carry out shared projects where both parties bring their expertise to the project. We've also funded a further 20 smaller projects, providing grants to community groups to do things such as carry out research trips or buy in training such as in creating websites to share their research.
The support from Michael's been amazing because people were able to give me feedback, and we were talking about India pre-partition, so I had a bit of background, and now this year we're celebrating 70 years of partition, which again is coming helpful because when we're doing the maps, Michael's really been a support for that and giving me information of how to bring the project to be more presentable and how to get into those museums and how to get into those colleges and universities, and it's still ongoing, the support.
The project we did was about Haworth Colliery, development of it during World War I. And the bit at the time when it was being developed, the controversy was it was a German firm with German technology, and then ended up with a European workforce which was developing that coalfield with a specialist type of shaft sinking. As you're going through people to the presentations, you get an idea about, oh, that might work for us, and make a quick note, and then you can put that into practice.
Events like this will let you know what's going on in your area, or maybe what's going on nationally, and you can connect rather than do a little project somewhere and a little project here, connect and go for the bidding together. It really is an opportunity for everybody.
We've got a great session lined up from Dr. Nigel Hunt, who's a psychologist based at the University of Nottingham. His specialism is in traumatic stress, and he's been working with our centre since 2014, examining the role of traumatic stress in the First World War, whether it's the stress experienced by a single individual, which we would commonly understand as being shell shock or post-traumatic stress disorder, to the stresses and traumas experienced by communities and societies, and what happens to a group of people when they've been through a collective traumatic experience. Nigel's going to be talking about how you can apply that kind of thinking to First World War research to make sure that this vital aspect of history isn't overlooked. The ideal outcome of today's event will be that new projects are generated through the conversations that people have, and perhaps even new collaborations. We've got a diverse range of community groups and individuals here today, and it'd be great to see some of them discover shared interests and pursue those as single projects in the future.
Come along to this and speak to people, because everybody, you'll find the professionals and the amateurs are so willing to share their advice and help and get you started or point you along the right route.
It just really is all about people getting together and sharing ideas and taking their little dream from here to over there.
Academic support continues to be available from the Centre for Hidden Histories and our partner centres around the country. So if you've got an idea for a First World War project, or you're looking to share the work that you've already been doing, then please just get in touch with us and we're happy to have a conversation with you about that.